Have you ever found yourself just staring at a massive spreadsheet packed with data and thinking, okay, now what? Well, you are not alone. Today, we're going to crack that code. We're diving deep into Skill S4, which is all about turning that raw data into actual, powerful business decisions. And we're going to do it by following the story of Jody, a level 4 apprentice at a company called Ibis Stores.
And boom, there it is. That's the moment. Jody's manager, Riddle, isn't asking for more charts or numbers. She wants a plan, a roadmap. She's asking, what should we do? The pressure is officially on, and that Friday deadline is coming up fast. This right here, this is the moment an apprentice really gets to shine.
So Jody's kind of stuck. She knows she needs to give Riddle a recommendation. But what's the difference between just a good guess and a proper, evidence-based one? This is where her mentor, Adam, comes in. She reaches out to him to help clear up exactly what Skill S4 is all about. Let's listen in.
This is the big question, isn't it? Is it just about having a gut feeling that's backed up by a few numbers, or is it something more? Jody realizes that to really step up and help Riddle, she has to nail down the difference between just giving her opinion and providing a professional, rock-solid, data-driven recommendation.
And here's the clarity, straight from her mentor, Adam. Skill S4 isn't about hunches. It's a real process. You're taking your research findings and translating them into recommendations that are super clear, totally justified, and, this is key, actionable. And every single part of it has to be directly supported by the data. It's the bridge that takes you from, that's interesting, to, okay, here's what we're gonna do.
And you know, this isn't just some box-ticking exercise for her apprenticeship. At a place like Ibis Stores, these recommendations can lead to huge business decisions. When you get it right, people start to trust you and your work. But if you get it wrong, well, you can end up leading the company down a really expensive, risky path. Mastering S4 is how you show everyone the real, tangible value of what you do.
Okay, so Jody gets the what and the why. Now she needs the how. And this is where her mentor, Adam, is an absolute lifesaver. He lays out a super clear roadmap, breaking the whole thing down into 6 simple, manageable steps for building a recommendation that is solid, defensible, and actually makes an impact. Okay, take a look at this framework. I love how logical this is. You see how the arrows create this perfect flow? You always start by going back to the beginning. Why did we even do this research in the first place? Then you dive into your data and pull out the most important findings. Now step 3, that's where the magic happens. You have to build an unbreakable link between a piece of evidence and your insight. From there, you can actually write out your recommendation, be honest about the risks, and finally, you present your case clearly and with confidence.
Adam really wants this point to stick. It's so tempting, especially early on, to say something like, well, I think we should do this. But a real pro, a market research executive, elevates that. They say, the data suggests that we should do this. It's a small change in wording, but it makes a world of difference. It shifts you from just another opinion in the room to the voice of the data.
And here's another golden nugget from Adam. Don't overpromise. Seriously, no research project is perfect. If you stand up and say, this will definitely increase sales, you're setting yourself up for a fall. A true professional is honest about the limitations. Using phrases like, this is likely to, or we need to consider, doesn't make you look weak. It shows you have integrity and you're being intellectually honest. That builds trust.
All right, so Jody's feeling way more confident about the recommendation she's building for Riddle. But then another thought hits her. The apprenticeship itself. She's got to evidence all this great work. So she hops on a call with her coach, Olivia, to figure out how to properly document her S4 skill for her portfolio on the Aptum platform.
This is a classic apprentice dilemma, right? You know you're doing the work, you can feel yourself getting better, but your portfolio needs cold, hard proof. It's not enough to just do it. You have to be able to document it in a way that proves to an assessor, without a doubt, that you've met the standard for Skill S4.
Olivia sends over this table, and it is incredibly helpful. Look at the kinds of evidence you can use. Reports, slide decks, even meeting notes or written justifications. And then look at what the assessors are looking for. See a pattern here? It's exactly what Adam was talking about. They want to see that clear link from data to recommendation. They want to know you've thought about the risks and that you're using professional, balanced judgment. It all connects.
So, Jody's got her recommendation in the works, she's got her portfolio evidence ready to go, but there's one last mountain to climb, the endpoint assessment, or the EPA. This is like the final boss battle of the apprenticeship. It's the big review with an independent assessor. So Olivia starts coaching her on how to handle the questions she's definitely going to face.
And here it is. This is one of the most common questions you'll get in an EPA. It's not a trick question, it's an open invitation for you to tell the story of your work. The assessor wants to see if you can connect all the dots, from the messy data right through to your final, polished recommendation.
Wow, now that is a perfect answer. Let's break down why it's so good. First, she clearly states the recommendation. Then she points to a very specific piece of data, that 30% higher basket value. She even tells the assessor exactly where to find the evidence. And the cherry on top? She finishes by acknowledging a limitation. That is a confident, professional, and masterful response.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the number one thing everyone is looking for? Whether it's your manager, your mentor, or that EPA assessor, what they value most is your objective, analytical judgment. It's not about being a cheerleader for your own ideas. It's about being a trusted advisor who lets the data do the talking.
So after all that coaching from Adam and Olivia, how did Jody's story turn out? Well, by following that framework and keeping her evidence front and center, she didn't just get the task done. She absolutely knocked it out of the park. Let's see the final result.
Come Friday, this is what Jody presented to Riddle. I mean, just look at it. It's so clean and simple, it's clear, it's totally actionable, and it is anchored directly to that killer stat, the 30% higher average spend. There's no fluff, no guesswork, just a smart, data-driven strategy.
And really, this slide says it all. This is Jody's transformation. Before, she might have just reported the fact, hey, weekend shoppers spend more. But by mastering skill S4, she's transformed from a simple data reporter into a trusted advisor. She's someone who can guide the entire business toward making smarter, more profitable decisions. And that is the real power of this skill. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to think about. What data do you have access to right now in your own work that's just waiting to become a powerful recommendation? The potential is there. You've seen the roadmap. Now it's your turn to go from data to decision.